My child, the heaviness you're sensing right now isn't imagined. There are tears falling in this very moment, and they're falling because of you. Someone in your own bloodline, someone tied to you by destiny and history, has just been confronted with a truth about you they were never prepared to face. Do not turn away from these words. What's moving in the unseen realm around you is enormous, and you are at the center of it. The shift has already begun, and believe me, you aren't hearing this by accident. This moment has been waiting for years in silence, waiting for the perfect time to reveal itself. Someone close to you, someone who has loved you, hurt you, misunderstood you, has been carrying a secret about you that has become too heavy for them to bear. Their heart is cracking under the weight of it. You felt the difference, haven't you? That strange energy when they walk into the room. The way their voice sounds forced, or how their smile never quite reaches their eyes. They've been trying to act normal, but the truth they've uncovered keeps slipping through their expressions. They've been dodging deep conversations because they're afraid. Afraid that if they say too much, every hidden emotion will spill out. Behind their calm exterior is a storm they don't know how to contain anymore. Because the truth they've realized about you has turned their world upside down. Don't look away now. Understanding this is essential for your healing, your vindication, your next chapter. Their recent distance, their awkward silence, their uneasy presence around you, it all makes sense now. They can't look you in the eyes because the guilt is suffocating. They know they judged you wrong. They know they failed you in moments when they should have stood by your side. They remember the rumors they believed, the assumptions they made, the words they repeated behind closed doors, and every memory burns them from within. They replay it all at night, lying awake with your name echoing in their mind. They're whispering apologies in the dark, asking heaven itself to forgive them for what they refuse to see. And now, this secret, this truth, has become too powerful to hide any longer. It's clawing its way out, demanding to be acknowledged. This isn't petty family drama. This isn't a trivial misunderstanding. This is spiritual. This is generational. This is divine timing. They once saw you through a fog, a distorted lens shaped by their insecurities and the poison of others. They thought they knew who you were. They put you in a box, labeled you, underestimated you. But now, that old picture has been shattered. Something opened their eyes, something undeniable. Maybe they found a letter, a message, a memory they had forgotten. Maybe they heard a story about your strength that broke their pride. Maybe heaven simply decided it was time. Whatever it was, it hit them like lightning. Now they see you differently. Now they see the resilience, the heart, the quiet strength you carried alone. Now they understand the battles you fought in silence, and it's tearing them apart. Their nights are restless. Their heart is heavy. They can't escape the truth anymore. They are haunted by the person they failed to recognize. They don't see you as the outcast now. They see you as the one who survived storms they never even noticed. They're in awe of you, and that awe is crushing their pride. The pressure inside them is rising with every passing day. Soon they won't be able to hold it in. Your name is pulling at their conscience like a tidal wave. A confession is coming. A reckoning is coming. A moment of truth is coming. It might be a sudden call, a late-night message, a quiet knock at your door. But when it happens, you'll feel the air shift. You'll feel the weight of something sacred entering the room. And when they finally speak, their voice will tremble with everything they've been hiding. This moment is not just emotional. It is spiritual. It is ancestral. It is written. You are stepping into a chapter of healing that generations before you never reached. My child, stay with this message. Because what unfolds next is where everything begins to shift in your favor. The truth this family member uncovered did not reach them through gossip or careless whispers. No, it came in a way that forced them to confront themselves. It hit them with the kind of clarity that breaks pride, shatters denial, and strips a person down to their most honest state. It might have been something small, a memory, a forgotten moment, a story about you they never bothered to ask about. Or maybe it was heaven itself revealing what they were blind to for so long. But whatever awakened them, it left no room for excuses. For the first time, they saw you, not the version shaped by rumors, not the version their mind invented, but the real soul you are. The one who kept walking even while bleeding inside, the one who stayed gentle when the world tried to harden your spirit, the one who carried burdens in silence, never asking for applause or pity. And now this realization is haunting them. They lie awake at night staring into the darkness, unable to silence the thoughts. Your face keeps surfacing in their mind, your kindness, your endurance, your quiet strength. They're remembering moments they should have been there for you, but weren't. They're remembering times they could have defended you, but stayed silent. They're remembering chances to show love, but chose judgment instead. These memories aren't just regrets. They feel like wounds reopening in their own chest. They're praying now, praying for forgiveness, praying for a second chance, praying for a way to make things right. Not because anyone told them to, not because someone confronted them, but because their spirit is finally waking up. And they're realizing how deeply they misread you. You have become the mirror that exposes their own flaws. Every strength you showed reflects the weakness they hid. Every time you kept going without support exposes their lack of faith in you. Every time you rose above pain reveals how small-minded their judgment was. This is why their heart is breaking. They aren't just sorry. They're ashamed. They feel as though heaven itself is watching them, asking, "Why did you doubt the person I chose?" And they have no answer. My child, slow down for a moment and feel this. Their emotional breakdown is the beginning of your breakthrough, because the truth they discovered didn't just expose your worth, it exposed every lie ever spoken against you. This is why the energy around you feels different lately, why random moments feel heavier than usual. Because something in the spiritual realm has shifted. A dam is breaking. Old misunderstandings, old assumptions, old wounds, they're all being flushed out. This person can no longer pretend. Their heart is too full. Their guilt is too loud. The truth is too heavy to hide. Soon, and sooner than you think, they will come to you. Not with arrogance, not with the ego they once carried like armor, but with a heart trembling under the weight of what they now know. It might come as a sudden call that startles you, or a message that appears when you least expect it, or a quiet moment when they show up at your door, their eyes already overflowing before they speak a word. And when they finally confess, they won't sound like the person you remember. Their voice will shake. Their sentences will break apart. Their breath might even tremble. Because they are not speaking from pride anymore. They're speaking from truth. They might say something simple like, "I've been thinking about you." But those 5 words will carry the weight of every unspoken apology, every regret, every tear they tried to hide. They may try to explain themselves. They may stumble through their excuses, or their voice may fail completely, leaving their eyes to do the talking. But you will feel it, the sincerity, the pain, the desire to start over. When this moment comes, you must stay grounded, not cold, not bitter, not vengeful, just steady. Because this moment isn't about proving you were right, It's about healing a wound that has existed in your lineage for years, possibly generations. Their confession isn't just a personal apology. It's a spiritual release, a breaking of chains that have kept your family locked in cycles of misunderstanding and emotional distance. They will reach out, maybe with words, maybe with a trembling touch, maybe with a hug that says more than any sentence could. And you, your calm, your grace, your quiet strength will be the answer they've been searching for. This isn't about forgetting the past. It's about freeing yourself from it. Forgiveness doesn't mean the pain didn't matter. It means it no longer controls you. And in that moment, your peace will become their lesson. Your strength will become their awakening. Your story will become their mirror. This is the beginning of a spiritual unraveling, a moment that will echo forward into every relationship you have, every decision you make, every blessing that's waiting to reach you. Don't walk away now. This moment is unfolding exactly as it was meant to. My child, before we move deeper, understand this. What's happening right now is not just an emotional shift. It is a spiritual realignment. The universe has been moving pieces behind the scenes, preparing both you and this family member for a moment neither of you saw coming. Let's go further into their heart, because what's unfolding inside them explains everything you sensed but could never quite name. They didn't arrive at this truth easily. Their heart had to be broken open piece by piece. Their ego had to crumble. Their pride had to be dismantled layer by layer. At first, they resisted the realization. They pushed it away. They denied it. They tried to convince themselves that their old view of you was correct. But something kept piercing through the walls they built. A memory, a dream, a small sign, a voice inside them they could no longer ignore. Maybe it was a picture of you they came across by accident, one where your eyes said more than your smile ever could. Or maybe a story someone told about your quiet acts of kindness hit them harder than they expected. Or perhaps they simply woke up one morning with a heaviness in their spirit that refused to leave until they faced the truth about you. Whatever it was, it cracked their heart open and forced them to see you clearly. For the first time, they saw the weight you carried alone. They saw the storms you survived with grace. They saw the love you continued to give, even when you received nothing back. And that realization is crushing them. They are remembering the times they doubted you, the times they dismissed your pain, the times they let others' voices shape their view of you. Now, each one of those memories feels like a stab of regret. They are haunted by moments they didn't even know mattered. The look in your eyes when you were hurting, the silence you kept when you needed someone, the way you stayed strong even when your world was falling apart. This awakening has shaken them to their core. It's forcing them to confront a version of themselves they don't like. The version that didn't show up for you, didn't understand you, didn't believe in you. Now their heart feels like a battlefield. On one side is guilt. On the other side is the desperate desire to fix what was broken. They replay conversations in their head with new understanding. They see things they missed the first time, details they ignored, truths they ran from. And because of this awakening, they are not the same person anymore. Their pride, the thing that once kept them from apologizing, is melting away. Their defensiveness, the shield they use to justify their actions, is cracking apart. Their silence, the distance they used to protect themselves, is collapsing. My child, listen. Their soul is in transition. They are being changed from the inside out. This truth is not destroying them, it is reshaping them. They never realized how deeply you were woven into their story until now. You live in the corners of their memory. You show up in the things they regret. You appear in the moments they wish they could rewrite. This is why they can't find peace. Your name echoes in their thoughts like a question they don't know how to answer. Your strength confronts them. Your resilience humbles them. Your kindness exposes their shortcomings. They don't just feel guilt, they feel awe. They look at the person you became and wonder how you turned pain into purpose when you had every reason to break. They wonder how you held your heart together when the world expected you to fall apart. They wonder how you stayed soft when life tried so hard to make you bitter. This awe is what's dissolving their old perspective. This awe is what's creating space for healing. This awe is what's pushing them toward you. Soon, they will come face to face with the truth they've been hiding, not because they want to, but because they won't have a choice anymore. The pressure inside them is reaching its peak. A confession is rising in their chest, and the weight of it is becoming too much to carry alone. The universe is guiding their steps, nudging them forward, pulling down the barriers, softening their heart, preparing them for the moment they finally say, "I was wrong about you." It might not come out perfectly. Their voice may shake, their words may tumble, their emotions may overwhelm them, but the vulnerability will be real. This moment isn't just about healing a relationship. It's about correcting a spiritual imbalance. It's about rewriting a narrative that was twisted for too long. It's about restoring your place, your truth, your dignity. And you, my child, you will feel the shift in your spirit long before they arrive. Your intuition will whisper, something is coming. A sudden stillness, a heaviness in the air, a sense of closure approaching. You'll feel it like a soft pressure on your heart, not painful, just undeniable. This is the energy of a cycle ending. This is the energy of truth rising. This is the energy of renewal beginning. My child, this moment has been written for you long before your heart ever felt bruised, long before the misunderstandings ever formed. This is not coincidence. This is alignment. This is not emotional chaos. This is spiritual cleansing. This is not just a family member's awakening. This is your elevation. My child, take a breath, because what unfolds in this part reaches deeper than anything revealed so far. This isn't just someone realizing they misjudged you. This is the unraveling of an old spiritual pattern that your family has carried for generations. Let's go deeper into the truth behind this shift. This family member didn't just learn something about you. They saw something. Something they avoided for years. Something they denied even to themselves. They saw your true heart, and that realization shattered everything they thought they understood about you. You see, for so long they operated from pride, from assumptions, from stories whispered by others, from the illusions their own fears created. They labeled you. They doubted your intentions. They believed lies that were never yours to carry. But now, those labels have dissolved. Those assumptions have crumbled. Those lies have turned to dust in their hands. Because truth has a way of breaking through even the thickest walls of denial. And now their soul is trembling under the weight of clarity. They see the sacrifices you made when no one was watching. They see the wounds you hid just to keep peace. They see the strength you carried in silence, the resilience you built from your own brokenness. This clarity is overwhelming them. It's like every memory involving you is suddenly playing in high definition, showing details they never paid attention to before. Your kindness, your patience, your ability to hold love even when you were hurting. They see it all now, and the truth is hitting them harder than they expected. They didn't lose you because you withdrew. They lost access to your heart because they never truly valued it in the first place. That realization is devastating for them. Their spirit feels heavy. Their chest feels tight. Their guilt feels suffocating. It's not just regret, It's spiritual conviction. They now understand the magnitude of their mistakes. They understand the power of what they overlooked. They understand the weight of what they failed to cherish. And this understanding has broken something open inside them, something they can no longer contain. My child, hear this carefully. Their tears are not just emotional. They are spiritual. They are cleansing. They are releasing generational patterns of misunderstanding and judgment. For years, maybe even decades, your family has carried wounds created by silence, unspoken truths, and buried emotions. Cycles of people misreading each other, failing to understand each other, hurting each other quietly. These patterns didn't start with you. They have traveled through your bloodline for a long time. And now, through this moment, through this awakening, through the truth rising inside this one person, the cycle is finally breaking. You are the one who stands at the threshold of this lineage, and your resilience is undoing years of emotional damage. You are not just healing yourself. You are healing your family's spiritual DNA. This is why everything feels intense. This is why your heart feels heavier lately. This is why you sense changes you can't fully explain. You are standing in the middle of a generational shift. This person crying over you is the sign that the old wound is finally being addressed. Their spirit is cracking open so that the truth, the healing, the reconciliation can finally enter. Soon, they will approach you, but this time, they will come without armor. No excuses, no defensiveness, no pride, no attempts to justify their actions. They will come with humility, something they've never shown you before. Their hands may tremble, their voice may break. Their eyes may fill with tears before they say a word, because when they stand before you, they won't just be seeking forgiveness. They'll be seeking redemption. They'll be seeking release. They'll be seeking permission to rebuild what they broke. You'll see it in their posture, in their silence, in their vulnerability. This isn't going to feel like an ordinary conversation. It will feel like the atmosphere itself has shifted, because it has. The moment they open their mouth, the spiritual weight they've been carrying will begin to dissolve. And you will feel something too, a lightness, a release, a sense of completion that your soul has been waiting for. My child, this moment will test your heart, but it will not break it, because you are no longer the version of yourself they once misjudged. You have grown beyond their perception. You have healed beyond their understanding. You have evolved into someone they cannot ignore anymore. They thought time would make them forget, but instead, time revealed the truth. They thought distance would make the guilt fade, but instead, it intensified it. Because the universe has decided that the time for healing has finally arrived. This revelation is not random. It is orchestrated. It is purposeful. It is divinely timed. And you are stepping into the role you were meant to play, the one who brings closure, who brings truth, who brings healing to an entire lineage. You didn't choose this role. Your spirit was born for it. Your strength trained you for it. Your endurance prepared you for it. Your integrity earned it. This moment is sacred. This shift is real. This awakening is irreversible. And the blessings attached to this healing are already moving toward you. My child, stay with me, because what comes next is not simply the continuation of the story. It is the revelation of what this shift means for you. Up until now, we've been exploring what's happening inside the heart of the person who misjudged you. But now we must look at what this moment is awakening inside you, because spiritual transformations never move in just one direction. This awakening is not one-sided. It is echoing through both of your lives. Let's step deeper. They realized how deeply they misunderstood themselves. That's the part no one sees. You became the mirror that exposed their blindness. Your quiet strength forced them to see their weakness. Your growth forced them to confront their stagnation. Your resilience revealed how spiritually disconnected they had become. They used to believe they were the one in the right. They used to think they knew you. But now, they're realizing they didn't even understand themselves. And this realization has shaken the foundation of their identity. You weren't the one who changed suddenly. They were the one who finally started to see. What they see now is a truth they avoided for years. You were never the problem. Their own wounds were. Their insecurities made them project false ideas onto you. Their jealousy made them minimize your worth. Their fear of your potential made them underestimate your power. Their pride made them blind to your heart. And now, all of it is crashing down. This collapse is painful for them, but necessary for the spiritual correction that is taking place. Now let's talk about you. Because the shift isn't only happening around you, it is happening within you too. You have carried hurt for a long time. Not the loud, dramatic kind. The silent kind that attaches itself to your ribs and stays there. You've carried wounds that no one apologized for. You've carried disappointments that no one acknowledged. You've carried heaviness that no one helped you lift. And yet, you kept walking. You kept giving. You kept loving. You kept moving forward. Even when the people closest to you misunderstood your intentions, your heart stayed soft. And that softness is what is breaking through their spirit now. Because your strength wasn't loud, it was steady. Your healing wasn't visible, it was internal. But now the universe is bringing that inner transformation to the surface. This is your elevation season. And this confession, this emotional unraveling happening in your family member, is actually the final confirmation that your breakthrough is here. Let's look deeper into what is happening in the spiritual realm. For years, your lineage has carried unresolved tensions, misunderstandings, silent grudges, emotional distances that no one addressed. People learned to swallow their feelings rather than express them. People learned to assume rather than communicate. People learned to judge rather than understand. And those patterns passed from one generation to the next. You didn't choose these patterns. You inherited them. But you are the one breaking them. Your heart is the turning point. Your awakening is the reset. Your strength is the interruption to the cycle. You were not chosen to suffer. You were chosen to heal. And healing always begins with truth. This family member's emotional collapse, their restless nights, their sudden clarity, is the spiritual signal that the old patterns are dying. The generational cycle that caused so much misunderstanding is being dismantled through you. Your life is the hinge. Your heart is the doorway. Your resilience is the tool heaven is using to restore what was broken. That's why this moment feels heavy. You're carrying more than just your own story. You're carrying the spiritual weight of your family's past. But listen, you are not breaking under this pressure. You are breaking through it. Now let's return to the moment they approach you, because that moment will change your future. When they stand in front of you, their voice shaking, their eyes filled with tears, their spirit humbled, you will feel something strange. Not anger, not resentment, not revenge, but a quiet inner shift. A peace, a release, a softening. Not because what they did was small, but because you have grown too much to stay trapped in the past. Your heart is stronger now. Your vision is clearer. Your energy is protected. Your worth is undeniable. They will speak, maybe imperfectly, maybe clumsily, but the honesty in their voice will be unmistakable. And this moment, this confession, this emotional surrender will unlock something in your life that has been stuck for years. Because closure isn't just about fixing a relationship. It's about freeing your spirit to rise. And now comes the most important part, the blessing that follows the truth. When truth enters a space, light enters too. When healing begins in one relationship, it begins in your entire life. After this moment of truth, you will start to feel a lightness in your chest, a clarity in your mind, a shift in your relationships, a new confidence in your identity, a calm that didn't exist before, new opportunities emerging effortlessly, doors opening that once felt sealed shut, because the universe is rewarding the strength you showed when no one was watching. Their tears mark the end of a painful chapter and the beginning of your elevation. This isn't symbolic, it's literal, it's energetic, it's spiritual. You are stepping into a space where nothing that once hurt you has the power to hold you down anymore. Your spirit is rising. Your path is clearing. Your destiny is unfolding. This is your awakening. This is your restoration. This is your season. And the universe is standing with you. My child, now that we've walked through every layer of this revelation, now that the truth has been exposed, now that the emotional and spiritual shifts have risen to the surface, it is time to bring this message to its final moment. Listen closely. Everything that has happened, every tear shed in silence, every misunderstanding you endured, every moment you were misjudged or overlooked, was not wasted. It was shaping you. It was strengthening you. It was preparing you. It was positioning you for exactly where you are right now. You didn't just survive what broke you. You outgrew it. And now the universe is responding to your endurance. The tears of this family member, the awakening happening in their spirit, the guilt they can't escape, the truth they can no longer deny, is not just about their healing. It is evidence of your elevation. Because when heaven begins restoring a life, it begins by revealing what was hidden. And now that the truth is out, nothing can go back to the way it was. You are stepping into a new chapter, one where your worth is seen, your voice is valued, your heart is understood, and your presence is respected. The one who once doubted you will now speak your name with honor. The one who once misjudged you will now protect your name. The one who once overlooked you will now look up to the strength you embody. This is the divine reversal. This is the spiritual shift. This is the restoration heaven promised you long before you saw any signs of change. And hear me, you don't have to prove anything. You don't have to argue. You don't have to revisit old pain. You don't have to fight for validation. Your peace has already spoken. Your growth has already testified. Your resilience has already rewritten the story. You have become the evidence. And now the blessings that were delayed are being released. The opportunities that were blocked are opening. The favor that was held back is being poured out. The connections meant for you are finding their way into your life. You will notice it in small ways, moments of sudden clarity, unexpected kindness, and doors opening without effort. And you will notice it in big ways, breakthroughs that feel impossible to explain, shifts that feel supernatural, peace that feels unfamiliar because it is finally real. My child, the universe is aligning with you. The weight that once consumed your heart is dissolving into light. The pain that once defined you is becoming your breakthrough, and the truth that scared them is becoming your freedom. This season of your life is not about suffering. It is about rising. It is about reclaiming everything that was taken from you. It is about stepping into your divine identity without apology, without fear, without shrinking yourself to fit the expectations of others. You are not who you were. You are who you were meant to become. And now the world and your family will finally see you. My child, your breakthrough is not coming. It is here. Your healing is not approaching. It has already begun. Your blessings are not on their way. They are entering your life right now. This is the moment where everything shifts. The moment your spirit rises above the past and steps into a future filled with clarity, abundance, and divine protection. Walk forward now, because the universe has cleared the path. Step boldly, because the spiritual storm has passed. And hold your head high, because heaven is placing favor on your name. My child, the best chapter of your life starts now. And if you want to stay aligned with this energy, if you want to keep walking this journey of healing and breakthrough, then join this community of light. Connect, stay present, and walk this path with us. Your story is only beginning. Your victory is unfolding. Your destiny is calling your name. And now, it is time to answer.